Well, when you're 16 and you're in the rehab center and you're dreaming about possibilities in life, the first thing you do is you go back to the old dreams you had and you try to do a checklist to see, is that still possible? And one of the things that I had dreamt about before my accident was going on a ultimate adventure with my buddies one day, and maybe cycling around the world and being tourists and adventurers. And I was going back to that notion in my head and thinking, well, maybe, maybe I could take the chair and my buddies could have the bikes and put a little trailer in the back and off we go. And just sort of stuck it on the side of my head and never really paid a lot of attention to it. But, it really seemed like physically, though, I don't think I could do that. It was like really hard just trying to wheel a couple of kilometers in my wheelchair. But of course, as I became a disciplined wheelchair marathoner, then, over the years realized, hey, physically I could probably do something like that one day. And then I ended up learning about how important it was to, to be able to try to be an advocate and to help out and to make a difference in sport and in my life. And I was fortunate enough to recruit Terry Fox to the Vancouver Cable Cars when he was struggling with his loss of a limb and dealing with cancer. And like me, he was inspired by the athletes and the team that he was introduced to and Stand Strong. And he went on to make a difference in trying to find a cure for cancer by running across the country on one leg. And it was about at that point, as I was watching his journey, I started seeing how people viewed people with disability a little differently. They weren't focused on disability, they started focusing on ability. And that wasn't his intent, but it's what I saw. And I went, that could become my way to make a very significant contribution and really pay it forward and say thank you to a lot of people, and to wheel around the world in my wheelchair and change attitudes and remove barriers and raise some funds to make a difference. And that started to form in my mind. And eventually I finally got to the place where I decided to actually commit to it and put all my heart and all my soul into it and try to start that dream and see how far I could go.